We have just launched the open beta version 57 release of BridgeOS 2.0, and it is awesome. It's jam-packed with a bunch of really cool new features. I can't wait to show you. And we're also going to talk about the switch toppers, which just went live. You can grab them at the store, so check them out. Let's take a look. Alright, so first of all, switch toppers. These things are super cool. We showed them in the video a little bit earlier. We spent a bit of time making sure that the packaging, the feel, the fit and finish of them was just right, and you can grab them now. So we've launched our first pack. We'll switch to the top down here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, we've got 8 toppers in the first pack, which is the transportation pack. Perfect if you're using a bridge to control loopers or doors. Fantastic for that. You've got forwards and back arrow keys. You've got a cancel, an undo button, a repeat button, record, stop, as well as your play and pause. And these are designed perfectly for our switches. They simply press fit on like so, and you get a really snug fit that isn't going to come off. It's a little hard to see because the camera on the top down there is shining from, pointing from in front, but they don't impair the LED at all when you're actually looking down at it from straight on. So you get full LED view. They come off with sort of just by pulling them off, and they push on like so. You don't need to adjust any grub screws. You don't need to do anything like that. They just press fit on. Now, we'll also be shipping them with some small little adhesive dots as well, and that's if you want a bit more of a semi-permanent solution. You know, if you've got your layout set with them and you just want to make sure, especially say that they can't just slip a little bit or rotate, if you want them to stay nice and vertically aligned, you've got that option too. But even just by themselves, they stay on and fit really, really nicely. So we can go ahead and fit out our bridge with those. We'll get the record, we might want to stop. And you know what? We don't need forwards and backwards with this. We're just going to go for a play, pause, and maybe a repeat, like so. And there you can see how easy it is to kit out your Bridge 6 with our new switch toppers. We've got them in black and white for both of the switch types that we've shipped bridge units with, so go ahead and check those out at the store or bundle them in with your Bridge 6. All right, on to firmware. All right, so we just dropped some new firmware features. Like I was saying, we've got some really exciting ones I can't wait to tell you all about. Probably the biggest ticket item that just launched in Beta 57 is keyboard support. And I don't mean musical keyboard, I mean a typing computer keyboard, a HID device. So your Bridge 6 or Bridge 4 can now, or will now enumerate like that type of keyboard, and you can add keystroke messages to any message stack. It's really powerful, so let's take a look at how it works. So, on our bridge, and a great use case for this, if you're anything like me, perhaps you've been getting into a little bit of Helldivers lately, I've actually got my Bridge 6 running as a macro pad for that, calling in some of my most often used stratagems. So, we can go into the menu. Now, it is important to note that for Beta 57, this is available on board the device only. We're still adding editor support for it, but you can go ahead and check it out. It's a bit of an early preview. It should only be a couple of weeks max until we've got editor support for that. So go into our switches. Let's say switch 1, and we can add to any message stack. Let's just try toggle on. We'll edit the default message that's on here. We've got the control change. If we scroll up, we see we've got key press right next to smart message. So in our key press, you can see that there's 3 slots for keys here. We can make these anything we like. We can scroll all the way through using the nice hold to scroll feature. We can go through, you can get to the really esoteric ones at the back if you like, all the way through the keypad. And then we get into the modifiers. So you control Shift, Alt, and GUI, which is your Windows and Mac keys. You can also get to those by just going down from none. It's that easy. So you can add any combination of those that you like, and you can also add multiple messages in the same stack so that they will be set. So that they will be sent consecutively. Very, very cool. We'll be showing you plenty more about that as we go. Another really handy feature is hold to scroll for bank navigation. Now we've added this not just for the default bank navigation functions, but also whatever bank trigger you might wish. Let's take a look. So we're here on the Bridge 6. We can simply use the default bank navigation as so, but when we press and hold, we get rapid scrolling through the banks, as you can see. Now I've just got this set up by default, so it's just scrolling through a bunch of default empty banks, but that works perfectly if you need to, at a quick sort of hurry, get through to the important banks for your set list. Very, very cool. What else do we have? Another really handy feature that just launched is sequential switches now work across device link and in switch groups. So if you've got two bridge units connected together over device link, you can add your sequential switches to a switch group, and then over device link, they can automatically trigger each other so that you can completely expand the number of foot switches, not just with your toggle and momentary messages, but also sequential messages. It's a really powerful feature if you hadn't had a look yet. Now, this is just a taste of some of the new features that have been prepared in Bridge OS 2.0. It's getting very, very close to a stable public release. It's working very well for pretty much everyone. Switch performance is fantastic. Aux switch performance, all of the flexi ports, working really, really well, and you've got these fantastic new features. So jump in and have a look if you haven't already, and it will be going into full public open release very soon. That's all for today. We'll follow up with some new features in future videos, so stay tuned. Bye.